Hi, this is Sherri. Welcome to my channel, empowering you to be the best you that you can be. And I am doing a 75-day meditating and writing challenge, and we are on day 59, and we are doing 50 minutes of meditating. And in today's journaling prompt, this is a big one for me. And this, I feel like this is I mean, I probably say this in every video. I think all that I'm teaching is big. Um, I think it's all important. However, this one is really special to me, and I learned a lot with this, and really had to really struggle. I've had to struggle with not rescuing people, and this one, well, I didn't have to struggle. I did struggle. This one is allowing the experiences of others to happen. And I have something that is very personal, and it has to do with my son. And when he was going to school, he had really had struggles with a teacher, and he wasn't unsafe. It was just a struggle with the dynamic between them two, and around some of the schoolwork that he was doing. He was really struggling with some stuff, and he really wanted out of that class. He did not want to go to school. He did not want to go to the class. And the decision that I made as a parent was to allow him to have the experience instead of bailing him out of it. And it was really hard for me to do this because I am definitely a rescuer. I want to fix. Um, well, that's the role that I like to play. I'm not always that way now. However, this was my opportunity to not rescue, and it was difficult for me to not want to save him from it. And I sat down with him and I said, you're going to have experiences in life where you're going to have difficult people. We, right? Because we're going to go to jobs where there might be someone there that we have difficulty with. And it is really allowing the experience, allowing them to have whatever experience they're going to have. How are they going to deal with their experience with this other person? And that, again, this was very, very difficult for me to do this. However, I wanted to not rescue him out of it. And, unfortunately, it came soon for him, young at a young time. He was young. He's like, why does this have to happen to me so soon? And I'm like, I mean, this is just your experience. And you're going to have other experiences of people that are not so pleasant to you. And it's really, teaching you how do you handle it? How do you handle it? And if you fall into that rescuer role and want to fix, then we're bailing them out of something. And then they never get to actually experience that experience. And, um, anyway, that is the prompt, is allowing the experiences of others. So where do you find yourself wanting to bail someone out of their experience? And that could easily look like, don't be sad. Like, we could say that to someone, just don't be sad. That's bailing them out of their experience. Or let me get your mind off of you being sad, whatever they're going through. Even if it's another one is, I worked with someone who they had a child who was, well, I think they were 18. They were not a child. They had, I don't know. I consider 18 still very young and still mentally and emotionally very young and immature. And this kid was doing drugs, and they didn't want them to do drugs. And I said, well, I wouldn't want them to do drugs either. However, this is what they're choosing to do. This is their experience. And it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean you have to just let them do whatever they want. You obviously set boundaries. However, they get to choose what they're choosing this path. And there's this part where we've got to allow them to experience what they experience so that they can learn. And if we bail them out of it, attempt to bail them out of things when they don't even want help, that's not allowing them to have their experience of life, right? So I hope that makes sense. And again, this is a tough one for people. This was definitely a tough one for me. It's like, well, wait a minute. Like, I don't want him to feel that way. I want him to have a good experience at school. Or, the other parent, well, I don't want him to do drugs. I want them to have a good life. Well, of course you do. Of course you do. Absolutely. And they're still part of the experience. We're not going to be able to save them from all of it. And so that's day 59. Maybe a bit of a deep one for you. It definitely was for me. I will see you in day 60. Bye bye.